Well, hello. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I am out here in my little sweater. It's a little chilly out here in the garage today. I need to, I turned on one heater, but I need to turn on the others. Oh, my goodness. And I slept like a log last night. I woke up this morning and I was like, I'm not doing anything. I didn't put on makeup. I didn't. So sorry, today you get what you get. But, the world's not made of makeup, right? Let's say good morning to everyone. Good morning, Brenda Reed. Brenda Reed. My Lord have mercy. I need to, learn to speak English again, too. Good morning, Brenda. Mwah, tackle hugs, honey. How are you? Good morning. Thank you for being here. Ashley Reed. Oh, my Lord. I got all the reads. I'm reading. Hello. Good morning, Ashley Reed. Mwah. Good morning, Ashley. It's good to see you, hon. Lynn Jeffries. Mommy Lynn. Good morning. Hugs all the way across the Atlantic and birthday wishes. I understand your birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, fellow Scorpio. I hope you had a wonderful one. I was spoiled rotten for my birthday. Went for a surprise spa day. Yes, from my sister-in-law. Never been before. Loved it. I bet. How wonderful. I can do the whole spa day. I can't do the massages. I'm too ticklish and I'm uncomfortable anymore with strangers touching me, which is quite the opposite of my early 20s, I can tell you. But I honestly, I'm so weirdly ticklish in like certain places on my back, and I just they start to massage and I just start jumping, and then it's like somebody walked up and did the in the sides or whatever. It just freaks me right out. But happy belated birthday! I hope your birthday was fantastic. I hope somebody fed you cake too. P. Murph, my brother from another mother. How you doing this morning? Look, double thumbs up, double horns. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Good morning, precious. There's Perla. She's still in bed. It's cold and raining. Well, cold and raining on a Sunday morning, still in bed, like peanut butter and jelly. They just go together. They just go together. So I'm glad you're still in bed. And snuggle down. Snuggle down. Absolutely. And, just hang out with us. Have fun. Cajun Roots Reseller, good morning, my love. That is Johnny. And I will be on Johnny's Hump Day auction this week on Wednesday. So that's at 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central, 11 a.m. Mountain, and 10 a.m. Pacific, if you get a chance. I think that's at 7 p.m. in Great Britain in the UK. You taking a break from quilting? Been working all morning? Yay, guys! If you don't know, I sent Johnny a quilt block thing that I got from Miss Marion, and I purchased that from her at a great. I got a great deal on it. And Johnny is turning it into a quilt for me. I mailed it to him, and he's gonna turn that into a quilt for me. He's got some really great skills. He also makes those pot holders for soups, which I bought a couple. The first couple that I bought were just kind of on a whim, and I'm like, well, let's check them out and see. And you don't realize when you microwave soup, right? The bowl gets super hot. Usually the bowl will get hot before the middle of the soup will, or chili or anything in a bowl. So I put these in the microwave. When I get them out, I use this little, it's like a little cloth bowl. It's almost like a pot holder, but it's like, it comes up on the sides and it's got like 4 corners. And you grab the edge of the bowl with the corner of the pot holder and then slide the rest of the pot holder underneath. And now you don't have to hold a hot bowl or figure out how to transfer it from one room to another, which is perfect. Which is so perfect. So yeah, I've got that. He's got the skills, the kills, baby. Good morning, Mary. How you doing, Birkenstock girl? Mwah. Good morning. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you. Oh, the cheesecake party was perfect. I went to my sister's and she knows the real deal and the good stuff. She got the good stuff. She got the good cheesecake from not from Sam's, from Costco. Oh, it was so good. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. Unless you're talking to Lin, and then thank you for on behalf of Lin, because early November birthdays are very important. Morning, Glamma and all. Good morning, Randy. How you doing? How are you, sugar? Thanks. I had a hot stone massage. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Relaxing. It does sound relaxing. Jennifer, good morning, my love. How you doing, gorgeous? I got those from Johnny. I just microwave in the bowl. Oh, you keep microwave in the bowl. Well, that makes sense. I was always scared I was going to set the bowl on fire. Microwave cozies, that's what they're called. That's what they're called. Yeah, they're sorry, I'm a little thank you for the fabulous. I'm not sure the description was absolutely fabulous. It was a little, here, have some coffee, Glamma. There is Michael, my angel. Hello. Mwah. Oh, you're at Whataburger. Oh, Whataburger. He's got the good stuff. Whataburger's pretty good. They are pretty good. I am not mad at them. And everybody's saying good morning. Oh, yeah, I did an unboxing. I still forgot to delete the first take on that. I was trying to figure out what in the world I did with StreamYard. It's funny. Yes, you can put them in the microwave with the bowl when you're heating up your food. I made them the same way I make. Okay. It literally did not occur to me, Randy. I'm glad you said something. Yeah, I did an unboxing. I did Goodwill shoe unboxing, and I couldn't get the stupid vertical to turn horizontal. I could not figure that out. I couldn't figure out what I had done wrong. So I went back. I had to delete the whole stupid thing and start over. But somehow the original confusion video stayed on YouTube, and I thought, well, screw it. Just leave it on there. Why not? Becky and Randy sparkle and shine today. Oh, okay. They got some sparkle and shine. You better check out Becky and Randy. 1:00 Eastern, so noon Central. That sounds cool. And they wash up great. They do, actually. I have had, I've had gosh, everything from chili to dog spit on mine. My puppy ran off with one, and luckily I caught her before she started destroying it. She gets busted all the time trying to steal contraband. But it was like half soaked in dog spit, and I had to throw that in the wash. And they wash up absolutely fine. They keep their shape. You just, boop, poke back down in the middle of the bowl, and there it is, just like new. So those things are actually quite handy. If he's got some for sale, on one of his shows, pick them up, because those things are really handy, and they make a great gift. You can put them in like a gift basket with maybe a mason jar full of I don't know, lentils or 15 bean soup recipe or something. Just an idea. At least it wasn't the other end stuff, Glams. Amen, Brenda Reed. Amen. I'm gonna make some extras after I finish your order. Oh, cool. Yeah, you're gonna want those because they're just so stinking handy to have. They really are. They're bowl warmer. They're microwave. They're not bowl warmers. They don't warm your bowl. They keep your hot bowl from burning your hands. So let's say, Lynn, that you have like you made some, chicken and noodle soup. And if you put the chicken noodle soup in a microwavable bowl and put that bowl in the microwave on, like, let's say 2 minutes to get it nice and hot, or 3 minutes or whatever, when you go to get the bowl out, the bowl is scalding hot. And so you have to have something to touch the bowl and put it down on the counter. And then you have to have something to put under the bowl, right? If you're going to eat it right away. Johnny made these cloth things where it's like a square thing, but it goes down in the middle. So you can actually grab a hold of the bowl and then put it in this koozie, for lack of a better term, a cozy. It's like a tea cozy for like a bowl. So not only does it help insulate your bowl and keep it warm, but it also protects your fingers from scalding, yourself on the actual like microwave bowl. So it's good. And give you a bowl. Yeah, they're really handy. I bought some. Angie, hello. It is you. I'm glad you're here, Angie. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, it's like a pot holder in a bowl shape. They're very convenient. Yeah, I have a small one and a large one. So I find them very, very handy. I like to live dangerously and just grab the bowl out of the microwave. Jennifer. That's it. I'm sending you a set. You need a set. Stop trying to scald off your fingerprints. It doesn't work. I tried. Yeah, they're great. They are fantastic, honestly. They're very handy. Very handy. So let's talk a little bit about, let me catch you up really quickly on my birthday weekend. It was fabulous. We spent the weekend at Ameristar Casino in St. Charles, Missouri, and I highly recommend. Wow. It was expensive. It was like, it was like $250 plus resort fees and stuff a night. So it was expensive, but it was worth it in terms of like spoiling ourselves and getting that Vegas feeling without having to get on a plane. Sometimes, lately getting on a plane is a little on the dangerous side anyway. So, but we had a wonderful weekend. We actually walked away with more money than we walked in with, which is very, very rare. So yeah, we walked away with a lot of their money, and we had a great time doing it. So it was a fun weekend. And my girlfriend showed up on Saturday night, and we all got cute little selfies, and then changed out of our cute clothes into pajamas and no bras, and just went and gambled. So that was good. We or you? Both Glamma and I. Both Glamma and I did. Yeah, we both came out ahead. So that was good. Oh, yeah. You can use them for eating ice cream. I didn't think about that, Johnny. It is always much more fun when you're winning, Angie. Don't get it twisted, too. I do have fun when I'm losing. I just have more fun when I'm winning. It just, it's gambling. So that, there's a reason why they have these big golden palaces, right? It's not because everybody's winning. So, but we really had a fantastic time, and we thought we'd do it again. Glampa does clean up good. He's a cutie patootie. He's my favorite boyfriend. Of all my boyfriends, he's my favorite. There was something that I wanted to I wanted to thank everybody. I'm an idiot. I wanted to thank everybody. Thank you, everybody, for your lovely birthday wishes. Thank you so much. Excuse me, for last Sunday celebrating my birthday with me. And for those of you who attended the Two Old Guys auctions, thank you. For those who attended the morning the morning brunch. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Not last Sunday, but the Sunday before. It is now November 16th. Can you believe? Angie, you too. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's about the most fun I have without drinking, I guess. Is everybody here? My screen just refreshed itself. Anyway, yeah, he is my boyfriend, Pearly. He's a cutie. He's so cute. My idea of gambling is scratch off, then I always regret buying it when I lose. Be careful. That's how they get you started. All you need is one. You can't win if you don't play, that sort of thing. Funny story. My husband and I were on our way to Tunica one year. And we had only been married like 2-3 years, I guess. And our son was just old enough to leave with his grandparents. And so we decided to take a weekend in Tunica, mommy and daddy vacation. So we are almost there. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know where this casino is. And I had a casino card, right, from them. So I dialed the number on back. Turns out I called the wrong number, and I called 1-800-BETS off. And they're like, 1-800-BETS off. I'm like, do you know where Sam's Town is in Tunica? And they're like, no, ma'am, we don't. I'm like, yeah, sorry. And so we just laughed and laughed and laughed. Yeah, Angie, we're about 4 hours. We're just south of St. Louis, so we're about 4.5 hours from Tunica. It was so funny. Oh my gosh. I was just like, hi, do you know where Sam's Club is? It was the worst. I felt like a jerk. I felt like a silly, stupid head. A cotton-headed ninny muggins. How is everybody doing, by the way, with daylight savings time? Do you have daylight savings time where you are? Is it messing up your sleep schedule? I can just see Angie in her chair blowing her horn, yelling at people to get away from her machine. Trust me, I would be doing the same thing, except I don't have a chair. But if I had a chair, yeah, I'd be doing the same thing. Be like, ooh, get off that goldfish machine. I was on it. I was on my way. Yes and yes, yeah. It has happened, Brenda. Guys, don't forget to catch Buffalo Picker Defend the Hustle tonight. He does retail arbitrage, and I think this is the time of year to sort of pick stuff up on sale. It does not mess with my sleep. Claudette, good morning. Mwah. Good morning, Claudette. How are you, sugar? Claudette, thank you so much for your watch hours. I really, really, really appreciate you, honey. I appreciate you so much. How did I know co-parent? I never had trouble with time change until this time. Now I just can't wake up in the morning. Yeah, I'm having trouble with the time change, and typically I don't. But my sleep schedule has been thrown off anyway. Glamma's been working some double shifts, and it is messing with my, I'm trying not to snore in his face when he comes home. Aw, thank you, Claudette. She is the girl and the woman. And did I see Virginia? Come out, Virginia. Don't wait. Mwah. Hello, Virginia. Welcome, 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 welcome. Happy Sunday. Thank you for being here. There she is. Ah, what a lady with great taste. Good morning, Susie. Mwah. Good morning, honey. It's good to see you. I hope everything is going well in your world. Susie sells, she's been doing a lot of jewelry sales lately, and she has really, really great taste and stuff. She's got such a good eye. So I would check her out too. Absolutely. Or if you can catch her on the Two Old Guys, sometimes she'll be on the Two Old Guys auction too. Oh, she's on today. Haha. Catch Susie on the Two Old Guys auction today. Wow. Talk about your predictive text. Hey. Hey, Ashley Reed. Hugs to you and Rosie. Aw. And Johnny saying hello and welcome to everyone. And again, don't forget to check me out on Johnny's Hump Day auction this week. I'll be on at noon Central and 1 o'clock Eastern. So that'll be fun. I'll be on for, it usually goes anywhere from 3 to 4 hours. And I'll have, I'm doing almost all clothing this week because, there go my winnings. Well, yeah, probably. I'm doing almost all clothing this week because it's easier to ship. It's less expensive to ship in a poly bag, and clothing tends to be lighter. And I don't have to do like pack it up and put it in a box for its own protection like I would with glass or something. I usually save that this time of year. I usually save that until after the holiday shipping rates have gone down. Which is not to say that selling glass is a bad thing. It's a wonderful thing. It makes a great Christmas present. It's just not something that I want to do. I don't want to mess with that because I'm not as efficient as some people at packaging glass. I'm scared to death. I've broken glass before, so I'm scared to death that I'm going to do that. When I first started selling glass, I broke a couple of Johnny's orders. And so I've started really, really wrapping them and doing a much better job at making sure the glass arrives intact. That being said, I also, it's very bulky, and I'm, a firm believer that you have to do it in a box and all of that jazz. So, and yeah, so it's a lot, and I am using my boxes for Christmas presents. So things that can go in a poly bag are the things that I'm selling. I mean, that would include some jewelry because, so clothing and accessories this week is really where I'm at. But I think that you're going to find some really good stuff, and I hope that you like what I bring. I don't know. We'll see. I do want to talk little Debbie. Good morning. Nobody rides for free, right? Debbie. Oh my God. Good morning to you and the girls. Oh my God. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. I have been selling, I've been watching boots. They were made for walking, and they walked right out my door, and I'm really, really happy. So here's the thing, I've been getting boots, right? Just picking them up random here, there, everywhere. In my humble opinion, the very best place to get boots is actually outside of the city in the smaller rural areas. You get a better deal on boots. They don't find cowboy boots a precious sort of commodity. Everybody has some. So in a rural area, that's where I usually find cowboy boots, and I find them a lot less expensive. And not just cowboy boots. There are a lot of different boots that sell this time of year, but I will tell you what I have been selling, and that is my topic of today. Okay, so the trends that I have seen this fall are cowboy boots, waterproof boots, and riding boots. Riding boots, I don't know if they never went away or if they're back, but they are really, really selling. The thing that's not selling as well as it used to is Uggs. Now, I don't know if anybody has Uggs that they're selling, and it's not that they won't sell. It's just that they're morphing into a new thing. So the most popular Uggs to sell right now are those slip-on slipper Uggs with the suede top slipper Uggs with like the platform sole. So the sole is like this big and they're like slip-on Ugg. The standard stereotypical Uggs at the mall Uggs, the short ones and the taller ones, they just don't sell as much. Am I muted? Did I hit the mute button? Can you hear me okay? Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me? Somebody answer. Uh-oh. Okay, you can hear. Okay, Ashley. Nope, I can hear you. Okay. Ooh, ammonite jewelry. Okay. Okay, so the Uggs, which you used to be able to sell for like maybe anywhere from 60 to 90 bucks, they're now going for like 30, 35. So if you can pick them up, if you can pick them up, if you can pick them up well or cheaply, cheaply enough to resell, that's awesome. But the problem is that the thrift stores and places like that, they aren't selling them for less than like 30, 40 bucks usually. So for me, it's a bad flip. It's just not, I'm not making enough. And you could end up losing money. If you pay $39 for a pair of Uggs and you sell them for, you sell them for 35. Remember that, your platform's going to take their cut off the top. Any discounts that you have that automatically send out are going to take their cut off the top. Or if you have shipping discounts, there's that cut off the top. And so you end up making like maybe, 30 bucks on those and you've paid 39. It's not a good, it's just, for me, it's not, they're not worth it. For me, they're not worth it. Now, maybe somebody's getting like exotic Uggs, or maybe somebody has really incredible luck with Uggs. But for me, they're not worth it. I had a friend, she was out thrifting with me the other day, who approached me with a pair of Uggs leather riding boots. And I thought, oh, this is something new. This is something different. But they wanted 30 bucks for them and they only resell online for like 40, 45. I had to put them back. Great find. Had to put them back because they were priced at $29.99. And even though I had like a 20% off coupon, that's still too narrow a margin. I need bigger margins. So the ones that bring me the best margins usually are cowboy boots. And maybe it's because my father wore cowboy boots his whole life that I am automatically drawn to them. They feel like home. They feel like comfort. But I really love cowboy boots. Another type of boot that I absolutely love, and this has to do with my 80s past because everything was preppy in the 80s. The thing that I love too selling is duck boots. And usually I get a really great profit on those. Those are usually kind of undervalued by the thrift stores, and they will sell online if they're the right brand, the right design, that sort of thing. And then riding boots. Riding boots are a gamble. They're if the riding boots are real leather, and just like any boots, if they're real leather, they're going to command the right price. And it's hard to tell, but there is usually inside of the boot, there's usually like a materials sort of stamp. So if you can still see the material stamp, it'll tell you if it's leather or not. And then, if you've handled leather enough, you sort of get an instinct for what is and what isn't, like what's pleather and what's not. If you see anything scraping off where it changes the color, not leather. So if you see like, somebody, let's say somebody scraped the side of the boot and it's showing white underneath like a black boot or a brown boot, That ain't real leather, honey. Put her back. Put her back. Best sellers are Fry and Sam Edelman. Strangely enough, Harley Davidson and Ariat also make riding boots, but they don't they don't get as much. You don't get as much profit out of those, or they don't sell as high as the Fry boots will. Fry boots will sell high for you. Frye. And if you're looking at riding boots, look at the back heel, and there's a little symbol that looks like an upside down trident almost, and that is a Fry boot. Do you have Chelsea boots over there? I don't know. We probably do, but I'm wondering if those are the same as riding boots, or I don't know what we would call them. I don't know what the English equivalent would be, and not the English equivalent, the American equivalent would be. Chelsea boots would typically be a style name. What about the boots with the fur? Patrick Murphy. Boots with the fur. The boots with the fur, the Uggs, don't actually sell as well. Riding boots, Sam Edelman. I just sold a pair of Sam Edelman leather riding boots. I sold it. I put them up. I didn't put as high a price on them as I would if they had been a average sort of size. But they were a women's size 13. I thought it was going to take forever to sell them. Turns out there was some gentleman somewhere in the state of Nevada who was really, really interested and bought them right away. That was fun. And shame on me for not remembering that drag queens also buy boots. They're leather ankle boots with elastic on either side. Leather ankle boots with elastic on either side. Yeah, Dr. Martens, Doc Marten Chelsea's are really, really a big thing. Yeah, there's like this slide on Doc Martens, not the ones that lace up. But yeah, those are huge. As far as the waterproof boots go, and waterproof is a big thing this time of year, because even if you don't live in a super cold climate where it snows, you do always have winter rains that are going to be, even in Florida, they're colder than they normally are. So the waterproof boots, the LL Bean waterproof boots, my very, very best. They sell, they're actually called bean boots, and on the back of and they're duck boots. You know what duck boots look like? They look like old preppy duck boots. They look like some old guy in a sailor's hat is going to be wearing these boots. So the LL Bean duck boots. The other duck boots sell well. Sperry. So the two preppiest brands, LL Bean and Sperry, are the ones that sell the best. But duck boots are always a good investment. I think a lot of them are undervalued, and they go a very long way. If they're not leaking, they're probably still okay to sell. Now, don't get me wrong, you have to sell them in mud and if they're moldy, just get rid of them automatically. But as far as the LL Bean boots go, those are the good ones. As far as my sales have been. As far as cowboy boots, there are so many different types of cowboy boots, and Ariat always sells for me. Every single Ariat cowboy boot that I've put up, I have sold. Justin cowboy boots. Justin's a good sort of mid-range brand of cowboy boots. Justin cowboy boots are great. I sold a pair of Cavender's cowboy boots because I know that Cavender's is a boot seller. Sorels, yes. Sorels are any type of Sorel boot is a good one. Sorel is Sorel. The Lucchese boots, oh, those are nice. Lucchese, Tony Lama. Those are like high-end cowboy boots. If you can find them, child, pick them up. Danner, Bloodstones, yep. I just picked up a pair of Laredo cowboy boots. And they only retail for like $169, which sounds ridiculous, but in consideration of all cowboy boots, that's kind of mid-range, even on the lower side of the mid-range. And I picked them up for $80. I'm still a lot of money. I mean, I got my 20% off. So I got I picked them up for $64. But for me, still a good flip because they were you could tell by the bottoms that they'd never been worn. They still had the sleeve that went in them that worked what they were. $64. So, and they retail for $169 at this particular type. So yeah, I'm going to put $125 on them, and if I can offer, but I'm going to get my money. And the boots absolutely sell. Yeah. Hunter, Timberlands don't sell as fast for me as they used to. I'm beginning to believe that they're starting to lose their street cred. They still sell, but they don't walk out as fast as Hunter do. If I get Hunter rain boots, they march out the door. They're usually gone within a week or two. But yeah, Timberlands will sell. You just have to be, willing to hold on to them for a minute. And sometimes if it's like a really, really great condition, like new condition, those Timberlands will sell much, much faster, much faster. Because again, street cred. They have a certain, those are the boots that you do want new. Ariat boots, I swear to God, I could have a scrap that just says Ariat and call it a boot and it would sell. I don't know. Regina, hello, sugar. We were just talking about boots. See you all later. Tea's ready. Lamb casserole today. Ooh, nice. Lamb casserole. Okay. It's like a beef casserole. That sounds good. Lynn, I hope you enjoy your tea. I hope there's leftover birthday cake to have. Yeah, but yeah, Hunter boots, definitely. The tall waterproof Hunter rain boots are really, really a good sale. And Martin, it's weird because I have right now sitting in my Poshmark closet, I have a pink pair of Doc Martens. They're like the pink shiny ones that I bought for my granddaughter. She once decided they were too heavy and gave them up. So literally worn one time, and she gave them up, and I mean barely worn at that. So I have had those sitting in my closet for months. Now I don't know if it's the size because it's like a size 4, I think. She's preteen. I don't know if it's the size. I don't know if it's the style. I can tell you this though. I put a regular pair of slip-on Doc Martens, classic Doc Martens, like the black ones, the black, biker boots. I put a pair of those on and they were gone in a week. Good profit. So who knows? It's weird. Good morning, Monica. Mwah. Monica. Good morning, Monica. It's good to see you. I hope you are doing quite well this morning. Hello, beautiful. Well, hello, handsomes. Making Missouri more attractive one day at a time. Is anyone else hearing bleed through? Twice now I have heard it. Huh. Let me turn off my mic and turn it back on. Try that. Okay, now I'm back. Is anybody else? Is that good? Is that good? I hope it's good. I did see a little circle in the middle of my screen and it like reset me twice. So maybe that was it. I don't know. sometimes my problem is that I do this on Sundays, and sometimes on Sundays they're like, well, this is a great day. This is a great day for us to mess around with the um, with the internet on everybody. So yeah, you were hearing me just fine. Okay. Oh, you don't hear it, Claudette? Okay. Maybe it's only on phones. I don't know. But Mark and Michael, thank you for making Missouri more attractive this morning. It's probably the feds. Nothing to see here. Yeah. Yeah. They're like, They're like, she seems like she is on drugs. And truth is, I'm just naturally kooky. Get it twisted, not above anything, but yeah, in this particular instance, I am just naturally crazy or kooky or off. I don't know, weird. I don't know, but embrace the weird. So that is me on Boots, and I just kind of wanted to sort of touch base because they have been selling much more quickly, and they do that in the fall, and then in the very early days of winter when people are just starting to realize, hey, there's going to be snow on the ground, and I have nothing to put on my feet besides tennis shoes. So it may be time to get those up. It's never too late, I always say, to get things listed and get them online, because even if you're selling a wool sweater in March, there are some people on the planet, in Alaska particularly, who will, and northern Minnesota, who will, and definitely Wisconsin, who will still be wearing those wool sweaters. So you really gotta, when you get it listed. Yeah. So how has everyone's sales? Because I get conflicting stories about this time of year. Everybody's like, "Oh, gear up for Q4. It's going to be crazy, and everybody's going to be buying and blah blah blah." And it's not much. I feel like the economy is a little tight right now. Things are economically tight for people right now. Scouting for food. I got the if you got the blue thing on your door handle this week, the people from Scouting for Food, please think about donating some canned goods, some non-perishable items. Certainly there are so many people at food banks this time of year, and this year more than ever. So I would consider just making whatever donation you can. If things are a little short on your end, it's understandable. It's harder to share, but what I've always found is that the people with the least amount of stuff have been the most generous. That is always true. The people the people who are not driving the Mercedes, the guy in the broke down Pinto, in the 20-year-old truck, that guy is usually the guy. And when I say guy, I mean obviously men and women, but that person that is going to give the most. People, there are people who will give you the shirt off their very back. And for those people, I am so grateful. You don't know it, but you made my childhood and my growing up years much easier. So if you can donate, if you do get the blue bag, please consider filling that and putting it on your porch. They do the pickup on the 22nd, which would be this coming Saturday. Next weekend, I will have my mom with me, so you'll be seeing a live from my dining room, and I'll be live with Glamma, and you can ask questions. But if you're cursing or if you're using any type of language that is offensive, I won't be asked. I won't say it to her. I don't think she'll be able to read that as fast as fast as the thing goes, because she's, she's old, she has macular degeneration, so she's, a sight issue. But yeah, I'll be reading those questions out loud. So please, it is my mother, and she's very religious. We call her Saint Joe. So not to her face, but you get it. But yeah, I will have my mother with me next weekend. So if you have any questions, or fire away. My StreamYard, my internet, that circle keeps popping up and popping up and popping up. And I'm not sure what it's trying to tell me, but I don't, it's like I'm buffering or something. I'm not sure. So yeah, I know the Camry turns. So it just did it again. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh yeah, she'll be fun. She won't realize my boobs are out, but y'all will know. Yes, we will. It'll be our little secret, Debbie. So I'm going to go ahead and skate. I'm freezing and there are breaks in my audio, so I'm going to go ahead and skate a little early today, and try to figure out if I need to decookify or something. So I do want to let you know that that I really appreciate everything, every single birthday wish. Thank you so much. Don't forget to catch the 2 old guys today, and I will see you on the Hump Day auction on Wednesday. Mwah. Never forget, wherever you go,